Scroll the Silent Street Photographer, an urban supernatural thriller Part 1. The photographer O.F. Prague shadows modern-day Prague. In the labyrinthine streets of the old town, a mysterious figure known only as the Silent Photographer appears at dusk. He doesn't speak, doesn't interact, simply takes black and white portraits of random people using an antique 19th century camera. Those who receive his photographs discover something terrifying. Each image shows the subject's exact moment of death. The legend begins with a young tourist named Anna. He photographs her on Charles Bridge at sunset. The developed picture shows her drowning in the vault of a river, her face frozen in terror. 3 days later, she dies exactly as depicted, despite never having been near the water since arriving in Prague. Part 2. The pattern emerges. Local journalist Markéta Novak begins investigating after her friend becomes another victim. She discovers a chilling pattern. Each photograph is technically impossible, showing events that haven't happened yet. The deaths always occur within 7 days of the photograph being taken. Victims report dreaming of their deaths after receiving the pictures. The photographer leaves no fingerprints, casts no shadow, and appears on no security cameras. Markéta's research leads her to historical archives where she finds similar cases dating back to 1887, always involving the same antique camera and a silent figure. Part 3. The camera's origin. In Prague's Museum of Occult History, Markéta uncovers the truth. The camera once belonged to 19th century mystic photographer Alois Věk. In 1887, Věk attempted to capture the soul's final moment using alchemical processes. The experiment went wrong, binding his consciousness to the camera and cursing it to forever predict deaths. The museum curator warns Markéta, the camera doesn't just predict death, it creates it. By showing people their fate, it locks them into that timeline. Part 4. The photographer finds Markéta. One foggy evening, the silent photographer appears before Markéta. For the first time, he speaks, "Your turn to see." He takes a picture before vanishing into the mist. The developed photograph shows Markéta falling from the old town hall tower. She immediately institutes safety measures, moves to a ground floor apartment, avoids heights, even wears a safety harness. But strange things begin happening. She sleepwalks toward high places, finds herself unconsciously climbing stairs. Part 5. Breaking the curse. Markéta realizes the only way to survive is to destroy the camera. Her investigation reveals it must be done at midnight in the exact location where Věk performed his original ritual, the abandoned St. Cyprian Church. She tracks the photographer to the church where she discovers the ultimate horror. The silent photographer is Nt Věk's ghost, but a series of different people, each a previous victim forced to continue the cycle until someone else takes their place. Part 6. The final showdown in the church. Markéta confronts the current photographer, a man who disappeared in 2001. He explains the camera must always have an operator. "I've been trapped for 20 years. Take my place or die as foretold." As midnight approaches, Markéta devises a third option. Using Věk's original alchemical notes, she performs a counter-ritual while simultaneously taking the photographer's picture with the cursed camera. The resulting paradox shatters the lens. Part 7. The aftermath. The camera destroys itself in a flash of light. All existing death photographs fade to blank paper. The current photographer ages rapidly and turns to dust, finally free after decades of service. But as Markéta leaves the church, she notices something chilling. Her reflection in a window shows her holding the antique camera, a sad understanding in her eyes. Has she truly broken the curse, or merely become its new guardian? And in her pocket, she finds one last photograph that survived the destruction, showing an unknown future victim, with her own hand offering them the picture.